Hi there, I'm Christopher Dunnigan. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge Arc Ellipse mini pendants. So we're going to be using the same video for two pendants, the Arc Ellipse Small, the 18820, and its big brother, the 18850. So why don't we get into sizes to begin with. When we talk about the fixture body itself, we're talking about the bottom part, which is the glass, the socket, and the metal part down below. This is actually the glass for the small one. And we're not going to be talking about the height, including this, until we talk just in a few minutes. So this is the adjustable ranges. So the fixture body itself is the bottom part. So the Arc Ellipse Small, the 18820, that one is 6.3 inches tall, 9 inches wide, and it's a projection of about 4 inches. The larger one, the 18850, that one is 10 inches tall, 12.9 inches wide, just about 13, and then 5 inches wide. Now when we get into talking about the overall height, we're talking about the bottom part in addition to the telescoping rods and the canopy and the ceiling. So that's the overall height. So why don't we just kind of touch on first, Hubbardton Forge has this patented process that they own, these parts, which are telescoping rods. If you guys are familiar with Hubbardton Forge, you know that this patent is what makes them really popular, in addition to all their cool designs. So this has a hex nut right in the side of this. It's going to ship with a little hex wrench like this, and then when you back that little screw out, there's a friction sleeve that was being pressed. The screw is pressing against the friction sleeve, which kind of locks it into place. And once you back that little screw out, it can go up and down. And what that does is gives you an adjustable range from the bottom of the fixture to the ceiling during your installation process. You can't make it go up and down all the time. And then once you get it where you guys want it to be, the little wrench goes in, tightens up that screw, and now it's locked into place. You can't go up and down on it. So what happens is you guys order the correct length of the longer pipe, the top pipe, which is called the fixture pipe, and that will give you the different telescoping ranges. So why don't we go over what those ranges are? And before we do that, let's just kind of touch on one more thing. So the top of this is a 5-inch round diameter canopy, and that's going to go over a standard junction box, which is 4 inches. If you guys are using or trying to take out a recessed light, like what they're called hi-hats or pot lights, or just a recessed can that's up in the ceiling, there is a product out in the market called the can converter. We don't sell them, but we recommend them to people that are trying to convert those into junction boxes to hang our fixtures off of. And you can get them online at thecanconverter.com. There are versions of them in Lowe's and Home Depot and that kind of stuff, but I kind of like the real one, the can converter. Customers have told me it works out great. Even if the can that you have up there is like 8 inches in diameter or 6 inches, there are these special rings that will kind of scale it down so you can still use our canopy. So thecanconverter.com. If you're just putting this on a regular junction box, no big deal. And then on top of this, if there's a knuckle that's built into the top of this right there. See how it can change? So what that does is allows this to be slope ceiling adaptable to 45 degrees. So if you have a flat ceiling, it's fine, and if you have a slope ceiling, you're going to be covered on that too. So now let's get into the adjustable ranges, and now we're talking about from the bottom of the glass to the ceiling itself, these telescoping ranges. So the short, and we're going to be talking about the 18820 to begin with. This is the small one. The short starts off at 28.1 inches and goes to 38.3. The standard is 37.4 to 47.4. The long is 48.1 to 58.3. And this next information is going to be for both of these fixtures. If you need these to be shorter than the short or longer than the long, let's say you need this to be shorter, like coming down from the ceiling, shorter than 28 inches. I can do a custom on this quite a bit. I can probably go as low as about, I'm guessing about 14 inches, but and then there's going to be a ton of increments in between there. Some are fixed, some adjustable. It's going to be the same deal on the larger one. When we do custom, what they do is you guys tell us what you're looking for, and then we go into a customs database. It's a little more time, a little more money, and non-returnable, but we do them every day. So kind of just rest assured that I can probably get what you're looking for. So let's scoot on to the next size, the 18850, which is the larger one. Now we're going to be talking about the short is 26.3 to 36.2. The standard is 36 to 50.5, and the long is 50.3 to 61.5. Ditto on that information about the custom. So shorter than short, longer than long, not a big deal. We do it every day, all day. So let's talk about glass now, and we have opal, which is a bright white glass. It's the most contemporary. It's going to let the most light out. It's going to be kind of a matte, stark white. After that, you have pearl. Pearl's an off-white that warms up to a vanilla yogurt, has a slight swirl pattern in it. You can kind of see the differences there. It's kind of a linen color when it's off. Stone is going to be more on the rustic side. So if you guys have seen Hubbardton Forge's stone before, and remember, all this glass is hand blown, so there's a range of variants in glass, and there are these little black smudgies, marks, and lines, just like a Vermont marble, that are very random, and they're kind of here and there. This will amber up quite a bit, and this is going to be your more rustic version. This is going to be your transitional one, the pearl, and then after that you have your opal, which is going to be the contemporary one. So that kind of takes care of your glass on that. You guys want to talk about metal finishes? Let's talk about that. So, on our website, HandmadeInVermont.com, midway down, left-hand side, red tabs, they have the pictures in them. Finishes Help Guide. Click on that for me. So you're going to be able to see a video window there, like a YouTube video, and that's going to be me talking to you about finishes. It's going to be referencing a chart, and that chart is just below that video window. So check out the chart. It's going to show you all the finishes that you can get this fixture in. And the pictures are going to have the letter A on them, and some of them are going to have the letter B on them. And that's going to be a range of variants in what forging can look like on with translucent finishes. There are also opaque powder coats there too. But all of that information is going to be referenced in that video. So it's important to watch the video, look at the chart, and you're going to kind of, it'll clear up any confusion you guys have about all this kind of stuff. So it's a good thing for you to know. So after finishes, why don't we talk about lamping? And what you can put into these. So on the smaller one, the 18820, yeah, that one you have a 60 watt max for incandescent, but there's really no limit for an LED. However, I actually do have an Ellipse 5 light above my head, and I generally will put in what's called an A15. An A15 is a slightly smaller bulb. This is an A19. This is the size that can go in the next size up. But you see the difference in the sizes of these? And these are LEDs, just so you know. You can put in incandescent if you want, or LEDs, and there's no problem with that. So an A15 is just slightly smaller. This will probably max out about a 60 watt equivalent once you find this out in the marketplace. This is a 40 watt equivalent. The next size up, which is the 18A250, that one you can put in up to 100 watts for an incandescent. And when you have a limit like that, it's because of the heat generated by an incandescent bulb. Or you can put in what's called an A19. And an A19 is just the larger, regular size bulb that we all grew up with. The socket is a porcelain socket. It's very user-friendly. No problem putting it on a dimmer. Just make sure you guys get dimmable LEDs if you're going to go there, and the switch on the wall is set up for dimmable LEDs. Very important. But anyway, like I said, you can use LEDs or you can use incandescent. It's really not a problem on each of these. So we covered metal finishes, we covered glass, we covered lamping. When you buy your Hubbardton Forge fixtures from Handmade in Vermont, shipping is free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. There's no tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont. We have 90-day returns, no restocking fees. It's really important to see details on our website about that. We also offer a rush program. Hubbardton Forge normal lead time is 3 to 4 weeks out the door. However, we do offer the rush, and that'll take you from 3 to 4 weeks down to about 2 weeks, provided there's no parts issues. It's very inexpensive. Just contact us for information about that. We also have these on our showroom. We have the smaller Ellipse, the 18820. I also have the Ellipse 5 light, the Pendant, which is really cool. You should check that out for over the dining room table. That's the 1375-25, and that's the one above my head right now. Anyway, so showroom. Showroom's open every day except Sunday from 11 to 6. We have over 350 Hubbardton Forge fixtures. We have a What's on Display page on our website so you can see all of those fixtures, the glass they're in, the shades they're in, the finish they're in before you guys ever come up here. And that's updated all the time too, just so you know. We also have a clearance center here too. Clearance center stuff is 75% off MSRP. You can play around in that and check it out. That's the stuff you can walk out the door with, which is awesome. And a lot of people come here just for the clearance stuff, so it's a good idea just to use the whole showroom. It's here for you, and that's why I'm here too. And after that, we have these great rentals, so you can stay in our rentals. They're vacation rentals, and they're near skiing and lakes and hiking. The Appalachian Trail's behind us. So that's stayinvermont.org, and you can check those out as well. So I think that covers pretty much everything. If I missed anything, just drop a quick email at sales@HandmadeInVermont.com, and I can answer any questions for you. Or you can call us at 802-446-2400, and we're here every day except Sunday from 11 to 6. Thanks for stopping in. Talk to you guys soon. Take care. Bye-bye.